Yeah, good morning everyone. So in previous class, I had sent a recorded link previous day. We had learnt about the subsistence crisis which was there in France, and then we learnt about the role of the philosophers, how the philosophers were able to influence the thinking of people. We learned the role of the middle class, how the people in the middle class were getting more educated and they were able to participate in a different way of thinking. These were all the things that we learnt in the previous class. So, coming to the next thing, now all these situations which we talked about, this situation of there being three different categories or estates in French society, first, second, and third estate. The third estate being oppressed, and they are the only people who are paying the taxes, wherein the first and the second estate people are literally enjoying their lives. This one situation, and then King Louis becoming the king of France, and there is no money in the treasury. This is another situation, and seeing that there is no money in the treasury, he decides to increase the taxes. And the next thing is the subsistence crisis wherein the crops have failed, there is a famine, there is a drought, there is shortage of food, and the cost of living is extremely high, again because of the sudden increase in population. All these things put together, the situation is extremely ripe for an outbreak of the French Revolution. Means this is a point in time where people are so frustrated, they are so angry that they want to release their anger in some way and fight back at the system. This is the situation in France. Okay, so King Louis called an assembly of estate generals to discuss about new taxes. So now, whenever any new law or new rule has to be implemented in France, the people of France put take a vote, and this voting is a very strange type of voting. How it happens is each estate has one vote. So the first estate has one vote, the second estate has one vote, and the third estate, full all the people put together have one single vote. So if any new law is to be implemented, these estates they vote. Basically, only three votes are there. So whichever the majority wins, then the law is implemented in that way. So in this way, for increasing the taxes in France, the king, that is King Louis, he called for a meeting, and this meeting was called as Assembly of Estate Generals. And this meeting was going to be held in the king's palace. So what happened for this meeting was it was attended by 300 representatives of the first estate, 300 representatives of the second estate, and 600 representatives from the third estate. So totally these were the so many people had come to meet and discuss about this taxes. But please remember that again, out of 300 people there would be only one vote. Out of 300 people in the second estate also there would be only one vote, and out of 600 people in the third estate also again there would be a single vote. So you can only imagine, if the first and second estate want to implement taxes, their two vote will definitely win against the one single vote of the third estate. Peasants, artisans, and women were not allowed to vote. They had sent around 40,000 letters to the king through representatives to discourage him or to tell him, please do not implement new taxes. Nice one. What happened? Ah, no, no, I'm not the admin. Who has logged in? Who has logged into virtual class that PP? I gave you email ID and address. No?
Yes, sir. It is not happening from here also, sir.
अरे बाबा सिस्टम यूज करो ना. Yes, sorry, I was called by the principal. So, no, Harish, I have not gone to sleep. Okay. I don't know whether you people are aware that I can read all the chat messages, that all the rubbish that you people actually type over here. I think I should take a screenshot and send this to your parents. What say students? Should I do that? I see absolute rubbish typed over here. I'm gone for just 2 minutes and all this nonsense over here. Huh? Okay. So coming back to this, there was a meeting, and this was the amount of people who had attended the meeting. Three people, 300 people from the first estate, 300 representatives from the second estate, and 600 representatives from the third estate. And there were many more people who from the third estate who could not attend. They were not allowed entry because the numbers were too huge. So they had sent letters for as representatives for the meeting. Now the voting, as I said earlier, had to take place, and each estate had one vote. Members of the third estate demanded that every member should be given one vote, but that was not the case. It was not the case of one person one vote over here. It was one estate one vote. So the king rejected the demand and said that the third estate all together, all people together, put together would have one single vote, and each individual person cannot be given one single vote. Once this happened, the people in the third estate, the representatives, the 600 representatives over there, they got really angry and they walked out from this meeting. The meeting, that's the assembly of the estate generals, they walked out from this in protest. So once this happened, the representatives of the third estate assembled in Versailles, that is the National Assembly. Versailles is a city in France, and they had assembled over here for the meeting. They wanted to draft a constitution for France to limit the powers of the king. What was happening is the powers of the king were limitless. People belonging to the first and the second estate had unlimited amount of power. There was no kind of limitation on this power. So they wanted to curb this power so that there could be some kind of control. And for this, the people in the third estate, the representatives of the third estate, they thought that it would be best that they draft a constitution for France. Till now, France did not have a constitution. It was being run by the king, and they never saw the need for a constitution. While this assembly went on, the entire France was in turmoil because of severe winter and bad harvest. The crops were destroyed. There was no food to eat. Entire country of France was in deep trouble. Turmoil means extremely disturbed. When people did not get food, angry women started occupying shops. They started forcefully entering into shops, barged into shops. And so, to take care of this, the king ordered his troops to move into the entire city of France, entire city of Paris. This happened on 20th June 1789. Now, the crowds were so angry that on the day of 14th July 1789, a huge amount of people had entered the Bastille. If you all remember, can someone tell me what the Bastille is? I had explained this earlier in one class earlier. So I want someone to tell me what this Bastille is. You can unmute and you can speak. Unfortunately, I'm not able to hear anybody who is speaking. Hmm. Yeah, Delnas, that is right. It was the jail and also a place where the arms and ammunition was saved. Correct. Absolutely right, Ganesh. This is a jail where people who did not pay taxes, they were put over there. That is the Bastille. Very good. I'm glad that you're able to recollect. It's very good. So, as I told, this Bastille was looked at as a very, power center of the king, and the people hated this Bastille, and that is why they attacked the Bastille and destroyed it in the on 14th July 1789. And till date, this particular day, that is 14th July 1789, is actually celebrated in France as Bastille Day. This is a national holiday in France, 14 July 1789. 14 July every year is celebrated as National Bastille Day in France. Okay. So once all this turmoil, all this confusion, all this disturbance, fighting, and all that was rioting was happening in France, there were a lot of rumors. People started saying that the king is going to send troops for destroying the crops, and then there was lots of confusion in the countryside. People were fighting against each other. People were fighting against the troops. They wanted some kind of peace. They wanted some kind of rule. They wanted a constitution to be implemented in France. This was the ultimate need of the people of France. And what was happening side by side in the National Assembly with the meeting of the Estate General was that King Louis did not want to recognize this National Assembly. He did not want to give up his powers. He did not want to accept any kind of constitution. And ultimately, with all this fighting, the seeing the situation, which was an extremely horrible situation, ultimately King Louis he agreed, saying that he will agree to a little reduction in his powers so that at least the people would be happy to some extent. So next what happened on 4th August of 1789 was a feudal system of obligations and taxes was abolished, and the third estate benefited from this. Finally, after lots of fighting, lots of damage to property, this system of having only taxes being paid by the third estate, this entire system was finally abolished, and the people in the third estate were mainly to benefit from this decision. The first estate and the clergy, they were forced to give up their privilege. And then the taxes which was collected by the church, the tax which is called as tithes, this tax was abolished. And then the land owned by the church was taken and sold. The government earned 2 billion livres. So lots of changes happened during this particular period of the French Revolution, mainly on 4th of August. The third estate benefited because the taxes were abolished. Then the land which was owned by the church that was taken and sold off, and the amount which was collected was given to the government. All this happened on 4th August 1789. So subsequently, what happened was France became a constitutional monarchy. A constitutional monarchy means the king is just for namesake. His powers are limited to a great extent. There is a constitution which is put in place in France, and the king would have to work as per this constitution. Okay, Ayush More has a question. What is livers? Livers. Livers is a old currency of France, which afterwards it was converted to franc, like how we have rupees. That time the French had livres, but now presently in France it is the euro currency which is being used. So livres is a old currency of France. Okay, yeah. So the National Assembly completed a draft of the Constitution in 1791, and with the what is that draft Constitution, it can be seen that the powers of the king were completely limited. He became a constitutional monarch. He had to act as per whatever powers were given to him in the Constitution, and nothing more than that. And the main thing was the power was to be divided into three categories, that is the legislature, executive, and judiciary. These were the ideas which were given by the philosophers, and finally the implementation of those ideas had happened for the first time in France, in the world: legislature, executive, and judiciary. But even with all these changes which happened over there, the power to vote was not again still not given to all the people, not to all the citizens. Only active citizens, that is men about the age of 25 years and who were in the highest tax bracket, only these people were given the power to vote. They were called as active citizens. And whereas the passive citizens, that is men who paid very little taxes and who were below the age of 25 years, and all the women, total women, whether rich or poor or whatever, these people were not at all given the right to vote. They were referred to as passive citizens. So again, in spite of all these changes which were done in France, a new constitution put in place, the king's power limited, he becomes a constitutional monarch, and then even the separation of power into legislature, executive, and judiciary. But still, the right to vote is not given to all the citizens. It's given only to men who are above the age of 25 years of age and who pay taxes regularly, very high amount of taxes regularly. Only these people were given the right to vote. Okay. So till now we learnt about the National Assembly. In today's class, we learnt about how the Bastille was destroyed. We learnt about how the voting was happening by the first, second, and third estate. And then we learnt that after the institution of the Constitution, the entire tax system was abolished. The third estate benefited from the new tax system. And then we also learned that the power for voting was given only to active citizens. These were all the changes which happened in the city, in the country of France during this part of their revolution. There is one more part in your textbooks which is called as the tennis court oath. I want all of you to read that small part. What is the tennis court oath? And tomorrow we will discuss about that tennis court oath, what the tennis court oath is, and how and when it was taken in France. Okay, yeah. So that's all for now. We will meet again tomorrow. I hope tomorrow there is a little bit more discipline in the class. I would like to see that. Okay, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.